Well, welcome, Oskaloosa. I have the one, the only Wyndell Campbell here on set with me today. And we're going to be talking barbecue.
I love it.
So tell me a little bit about this year's BBQ-4-Badges.
So this is the third annual rendition of the BBQ-4-Badges here in Oskaloosa. We have had 13 teams the first year, 26 teams last year. We have reserved the entire square. We're shooting for 50 teams for the third rendition of the BBQ-4-Badges. Myself, Corey Wright with the Brick House. First year we kind of planned the whole thing in about 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. We've had 2 full years of kind of some growing pains, if you will, or some learning opportunities, but we are scheduled for June the 20th, 2020, so 6/20/2020. And we will be taking over the square here in Oskaloosa with some very sweet smells of some hickory smoke and applewood smoke and just all the wonderful smells that come with barbecue.
All right, well, there are changes besides the date.
There is.
So let's go through some of those changes. Is the entry already closed?
No, so entries went live in January. We have early bird entries still right now until the 1st of March. What that does is that saves all the teams 10% off their registration fees. So that's $200 from now until the 1st of March, and then it will go up to $225. What does that get you for $200? Your cook site, it gets you all your meats. So this year we have full brisket, a full packer brisket for each team, at least 2 pork butts, pork ribs, and then we have a mystery category that we'll be utilizing as well. And then we have, maybe some other things that we're going to be bringing in. But as of right now, those are the 3 that we have. We've also sanctioned this year with the Iowa BBQ Society. So if you go to the Iowa BBQ Society's website, we're now listed as an event on their page. And so any of the Iowa BBQ Society teams in Iowa, you will actually get your points from participating in our event, being a sanctioned event with the Iowa BBQ Society.
And we just started talking about it. We had 2 people already running.
I think they're getting in line. For those that haven't participated, if you're not interested in cooking, be sure and come out the day of, because we're going to have live music all day. Lucas Beebe is going to be back again this year. The Marshall County Hangman will be back. We also have some other local talents that are going to be coming and playing. But for $10, you get a wristband, and you can eat as much barbecue as you want to eat after the turn-ins are done in the afternoon. So, and the last 2 years, we've had teams that have had food really all day. So if you want to come around breakfast time, there's been teams that have had some food to sample for breakfast time, around lunchtime, and then snacks all afternoon until the turn-ins are done. So really, it's an event. We want you to come and hang out all day. Rock Island Tap is going to be providing the drinks for us this year. So there's a rumor that there's going to be a special BBQ-4-Badges Bloody Mary that's going to be offered by Wade and those out of the Rock Island Tap. But we're going to have drinks all day long provided by Rock Island Tap, music all day long, plus just the sweet smell of barbecue taking over the square here in Oskaloosa.
So somebody's going to be sweating the meat, barbecuing the meat, and then when we eat it, then you get the meat sweats.
Then you get the meat sweats. And some of the other things too, with the more teams we have this year, we're going to have to expand our judging panels. So you think about the first year we had a panel of 4 judges try every sample of meat from every team. So that's four meats, that's 13 teams, that's times 4 judges. And so last year we had individual judging groups try each individual category. Well, this year we're shooting for 50 teams, so you think 50 samples of anything, that's just a big number, right? Mm-hmm. And so it sounds like a lot. So we're going to have to break it up into a couple different judging groups per category. We are going to have 2 official KCBS judges come down and help be our table captains. Plus, with us sanctioning with the Iowa BBQ Society, the judging has been streamlined a little more from what the teams are looking for as far as how they're going to present. First year, we presented more of a backyard barbecue style competition. And we still encourage you to come and for the teams to cook however they normally cook at home for their buddies or for their friends or for their families. But the judging criteria that the KCBS gives, that just gives our teams the opportunity to kind of know what they're shooting for as far as the style or the type or the texture of barbecue to turn in. More subjective than just kind of throw anything out there and see what happens.
Well, there's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a lot of eating.
There is.
And what does it all benefit, though?
So what it benefits is all the emergency services here in Mahaska County. The police department, the sheriff's department, the fire department, the CERT teams, all that money gets distributed. Last year we raised almost $10,000, and we distributed that to the 4 different categories between Oskee Fire, Oskee PD, Mahaska County Sheriff's Department, and the CERT Emergency Management Team as well. So we're shooting for, with 50 teams, we would love to be able to have that donation be over $25,000. So by the help of our sponsors, by the help of people just coming out and enjoying some barbecue in our city center in the middle of June, we hope to raise that number and have it be a big number. And what is that? We'll have people say, does our police department really need things? There's always things that maybe not necessarily need to do their everyday jobs, but in the world that we live in, there's always things that, with our small rural police and fire departments and sheriff's departments, things that we just want to be able to bless them with and be able to give them the ability to go out without having to worry about, is it in the budget or is it not? If there's some of those sort of things that they need to have, this is where that money goes.
Well, and this is probably not something that you use it for, but an example would be the teddy bears that a lot of officers carry with them.
Sure.
Well, that doesn't get funded by taxpayer dollars.
Right.
But those are great items to have for lunch. So it's things like that in general.
Yep.
So how are folks going to find out more information? How do they keep up with what's going on? Where do they find you guys at?
So if you go onto Facebook, BBQ, the number 4 badges, Oskee, that search in Facebook will find the Facebook page. Registration is there. You can click on the Book Now portion of that. Again, registration until March 1st will save you 10%. It'll save you $25. And again, that registration, that covers all your meat for the event. So if you register there and you're $200, that provides your cook site and then all the meat for that as well. So really for $200, you think about the amount of meat that we're going to be handing out. These teams don't have to scramble around to get it. All you've got to do is be there for the judges meeting on Friday night. We hand out the meat bundles and then they can start cooking. So find us on Facebook. Stop by Brick House Cafe. Talk to Corey as well if you have any direct questions. Shoot us a message. You can message us right there off the Facebook page as well. You can find me at my office, 807 A Avenue West here in Oskaloosa, or Wyndell@insureoskee.com. Shoot us any sort of messages or questions or anything like that if you're not sure about the event, but we'd love to see everybody come out.
All right. Well, thanks, Wyndell.
Thanks, Kenny.
And hopefully we get to taste some more sweet barbecue this summer.
It's going to be a great event. I tell you, we have such a large number of people. One of the other changes you didn't mention it earlier, but we've moved to June. We were July the first 2 years, and it was almost too warm. The one thing we can't control is Mother Nature. So we hope by moving it to June, and it's going to be a great weekend because we've got BBQ for Badges the 19th and the 20th. So the 20th is when you can come have the barbecue. That night, I believe, is the Redneck Rally Race here in Oskaloosa. So before the Redneck Rally Race, you can come and get your fill of barbecue. Or if the Redneck Rally isn't your thing, there's a concert over at the racetrack at Knoxville as well. So you can come eat barbecue, see live music all day in Oskaloosa, and then there's some of these other area events that are going to be going on.
All righty, thanks, Wyndell, and we'd encourage everybody to keep up with what's going on with BBQ for Badges, and we'll be back after this.
Yeah, thanks, Ken.